So that whole theology of presence is the beginning of evangelization. We have to find points of entry into all the various sectors of society, the whole world of industry, where you have a colossal absence of the presence of the gospel, the whole world of politics, and especially our lawmakers, where you have a profound absence of the spirit of the gospel. The legislation passed in so many countries, I wouldn't say it's demonic now, but it's certainly contrary to the whole spirit of the gospel. The absence of the presence of Christian values and so on. So the whole theology of presence is the first step of evangelization, finding ways of entrance into the various sectors of society, the medical and paramedical world, the world of teaching, the world of trade unions, the world of family life. We have to find points of entry, because if we're not present in some way, then it's very hard to evangelize. The second way, when we are present to people, then we have the possibility of dialogue. So the whole theology of dialogue, we speak with one another, we build up friendship. Because really evangelization is a ministry of friendship. We love people and we want to share what is deepest in us with someone else. And this is the whole theology of dialogue, where we try to get to know each other. There's no hidden agenda. Trying to get to know each other, build up friendship. And the third phase is then the actual verbal proclamation of the gospel, because eventually we have to actually speak our faith to another in all its richness and fullness. And covering these three moments at all stages, the stage of presence, the stage of dialogue, and the stage of proclamation, what is fundamental is what they call the theology of witness. And what is witness? Cardinal Suave, who was famous Archbishop of Paris, used to say that witness is so living your life that people will never understand you until they meet Christ. When they meet Christ, they will understand your life. It's crying the gospel with our whole life, as Charles de Foucault put it. That's what witness is, crying the gospel with your whole life in the situation that we are in. But as St. Peter says at the beginning, in the text I gave you, we must do that, but do this with gentleness and respect. We're not Jehovah's Witnesses, we're not Mormons, we're not Seventh-day Adventists. And I suggest the perfect example for evangelization is Mary. And I'd like to finish with that, because that's really the spirit of the Legion of Mary. And it's the spirit I've come through the Legion to know and love, and very grateful to God for leading me in this way. That we have to look at Mary. Mary's role was to bring Jesus into the world. There is no grace apart from Jesus. And it is Mary who is the mother of divine grace, the mother of Jesus, as we say, the mediatrix of all graces. She gives us the eternal Son of God as our brother, as one who's close to us. She brings Jesus into the world. And so, if you're talking about evangelization, you cannot do it except in the company of Mary. She is the one who will enable us to bring Jesus into the world, because that's her role. It was in the beginning and still is her role. And so, another way of looking at evangelization is to serve Jesus in our brothers and sisters in the spirit of Mary, with the gentleness, with the attentiveness, with the love of Mary, a mother. That is basically, I think, one of the loveliest ways of approaching evangelization. When we meet somebody, to look at that person and say, God, how much Mary loves that person. Mary is their mother. And we ask Mary to help us to approach other people in her spirit, in the spirit of her maternity. So I had intended to say a lot more to you, but maybe that's enough to give Father Michael a chance to correct all the mistakes I've made and to say more to you. So thanks very much. God bless.